everyone, and welcome back to English Stories for Beginners. I'm so happy to see you here today. Do you want to speak English more naturally when you travel? On this channel, stories become your teacher, and we practice with the shadowing technique. Listen carefully, then repeat after me, just like my shadow. Copy my voice, my speed, and my feeling. This trains your brain to think in English rather than translating. Today's story is called I Went to Tokyo. It is full of clear sentences and everyday travel phrases, airport check-in, trains, hotel check-in, ordering food, asking for help, and more. Relax, listen closely, and repeat each line with me. Are you ready? Let's begin. The plan.
My name is Mina. I am 24 years old. I live with my parents. I work as a designer. One night, I booked a flight. Destination: Tokyo, Japan. I felt excited. I felt a little afraid. I wrote a list: passport, phone, charger, money.
Leaving home.
It was 5 a.m. The sky was still dark. My suitcase waited by the door. My dad drove me to the airport. He said, "Call me when you land." I said, "I will, Dad." We hugged. I walked into the bright terminal.
Check-in.
I found my airline desk. I stood in line. The agent smiled. "Passport, please." I gave my passport. "Window or aisle?" She asked. "Window, please." She printed my boarding pass. Gate 12. Boarding at 8:10. Thank you.
Security and gate.
I took off my jacket. I put my bag on the belt. The scanner beeped. I waited and smiled. All clear. I found gate 12. I sat and breathed. I looked at airplanes. They looked like silver birds.
In the air.
I found my seat. I put my bag overhead. I sat by the window. Clouds looked like cotton. A flight attendant asked, "Chicken or pasta?" "Chicken, please." I drank water. I closed my eyes. Tokyo was getting closer.
Landing in Tokyo.
We landed at Haneda Airport. The signs were in Japanese and English. I followed the arrows. Immigration was quick. Purpose of visit? Tourism, I said. Length of stay? 7 days. Stamp. Welcome to Japan.
The train card.
I needed a train card. I found a ticket machine. I pressed English. I bought a Suica card. I added 3,000 yen. Beep. I held the green card. It felt like a key. A key to the city.
First ride.
I followed the sign to the monorail. I tapped my Suica. Beep. The gate opened. The train was clean. People were quiet. I watched the river. Bridges flashed by. Tokyo grew bigger outside my window.
Lost at the station.
I arrived at Hamamatsu. I needed the Yamano line. Too many signs, too many exits. I felt lost. I asked the station worker, "Excuse me, Yamano line?" He pointed and smiled. "Platform 2, green line." "Thank you so much."
The hotel.
My stop was Shinjuku. skyscrapers touched the sky. I rolled my suitcase slowly. Neon lights blinked everywhere. I found my small hotel. Reservation name? The clerk asked. Mina Park. Passport, please. I paid with my card. Elevator to the left. Enjoy your stay.
First meal.
I was hungry. I walked to a ramen shop. Steam filled the air. I read the machine menu. I pressed a button. I paid with coins. A ticket was printed out. I gave it to the chef. He placed a bowl in front of me. Golden broth, soft noodles, a perfect egg. I whispered, "Itadakimasu." I took the first sip. Warmth filled my chest.
Shibuya Crossing.
That night, I went to Shibuya. The crossing was huge. The lights turned green. People flow like water. I walked with the crowd. I felt small and alive. Screens shone above me. Music and voices mixed. Tokyo was loud and kind.
A small kindness.
I bought a drink at a konbini. I dropped my coins. They rolled under a shelf. I looked worried. The clerk came out. He knelt and helped me. He smiled and bowed. Dajobu is okay. His kindness felt big. I bowed too.
Morning at a shrine.
The next day, I visited a shrine. The path was quiet. Tall trees guarded the air. I washed my hands at the basin. I rang the bell gently. I bowed twice. I clapped twice. I made a wish. Peace touched my shoulders.
A day trip.
I took a train to Asakusa. I walked to Sansuji Temple. Red lanterns glowed. Small shops lined the street. I bought a tiny charm for safety and health. I took a photo of a couple. They said, "Arigato." I said, "You're welcome."
Akihabara Lights.
At sunset, I went to Akihabara. Arcades buzzed with music. Claw machines blinked. Figures smiled from windows. I tried a game. I lost the prize. I laughed at myself. I tried again. I won a small keychain. A memory in plastic.
Rain and umbrellas.
On day 3, it rained. Umbrellas opened like flowers. The streets shone like mirrors. I bought a clear umbrella. I walked slowly. Raindrops ticked like clocks. Tokyo felt softer in the rain. I liked that feeling.
A quiet library.
I needed to rest. I found a public library. I sat by the window. I wrote in my notebook. Tokyo is busy, I wrote. Tokyo is gentle too. I drew the shrine bell. I drew my ramen bowl.
One last night.
My last night came fast. I met a new friend from the hostel. We walked to Homeward Yokocho. Lanterns glowed red and warm. We ate yakitori. We shared stories in simple English. We laughed about getting lost. We promised to meet again.
The goodbye morning.
I packed my bag. I folded a new t-shirt. A small crane keychain sat on top of it, a reminder of games and neon. I checked out. Thank you for staying. Thank you for everything, I said. I took the train to Haneda.
At the window.
I sat at the gate. A plane rested outside. The sky was clear again. I felt full and calm. Tokyo taught me patience. Tokyo taught me a small kindness. Tokyo taught me to ask for help. I smiled at my reflection.
Homeward.
I boarded the plane. I found my seat. I closed my eyes. Shibuya crossed my mind. The ramen steam rose again. The shrine bell echoed. Coins rolled and stopped. A clerk bowed and smiled. I whispered, "See you again, Tokyo." The plane lifted. The city became a silver map. My heart carried the colors home.
Great job! You listened, repeated, and shadowed with me today. Every sentence you spoke made your English stronger. I went to Tokyo is more than a trip. It is a lesson in kindness, courage, and simple words that open doors. Excuse me, please, thank you. When you travel, and when you learn English. Small steps and small smiles make a big difference. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to English Stories for Beginners for more shadowing practice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Remember, one page, one story, one step, your English will grow. Thank you for learning with me today. See you in the next video.